Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? We are here at the Messy Sweet Spot, and baby, when I tell you, I'm so irritated. I'm so mad. And let me tell you why. But first, how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right today? I can't even get my words up. Girl, I woke up late. We can't hear this one. Can you hear me? Because y'all, Jay say they can't hear me. Press one if you can hear me, y'all. Okay? Jay, what you talking about? You can't hear me. I'm talking loud as heck. Okay. Please press. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Betty. Girl, you know I just came from KFC. Yeah. Now the last KFC I went to last week, honey, the chicken was so greasy and the customer service was horrible. Okay. So I looked for another KFC. I went to this KFC, honey. The chicken is so dry. I ain't never had dry KFC. The customer service was good. The biscuits was good. But honey, that chicken was dry. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. You know I love me some fried chicken. Honey, let me tell y'all. Let me tell you why I'm mad. The reason why I'm mad because I'm sitting up here going off on Jeezy. I just knew Jeezy was the bad guy. Come to find out, I'm over here going to Chronicle Speaks. You know, she's a YouTuber. Shout out to her. I went to her page, honey. She is saying that Jeezy is claiming that Jeannie Ma is a big liar. Jeezy said he ain't never put hands on that girl. Jeezy said that Jeannie Ma put hands on him multiple times. Listen, you know what? I'm really getting pissed off now. I don't know what to believe. Listen, Jeannie Ma came out, said she was a victim. And you know how society is. Society has groomed everybody to believe the victim, especially she a woman. Believe the victim, believe the victim. Because so often back in the day, women didn't have, rights to speak up. You know what I'm saying? And men will always have the power. So, honey, child, Jeezy said that Jeannie Ma is a liar and she's doing all this lying because she want another baby girl. Yeah, I said, listen, I don't know what to believe now. I am confused. I'm confused. So I need y'all to help me with this case by calling in and tell me what y'all think about it. And I'm going to play some segment by Chronicle Speaks. And I do have another live that's coming right after this live. It's going to be around 10:30. So I would love for you guys to join me for my next live. The next live will be on the Louisiana medical student. We talked about it yesterday. We need to talk about it again. And why ain't nobody talking about it? Okay, they don't care about our black bodies. Okay, why nobody talk about it? Okay, we'll talk about that on next live because we need to put our foots on their necks because ain't nobody else talking about it. Everybody talking about the Met Gala. I don't care about no Met Gala. What about these bodies out here in these streets are getting unalive every day? Okay, didn't y'all say y'all don't want to be a part of Hollywood? See, y'all so phony. Y'all got so much fake outrage, honey. Bye. Anyway, honey, let's get back to here. What do y'all think about this? P.S. Lovely said, Gigi, I believe that too. She's a ratchet Asian girl. I couldn't believe it. Not a ratchet Asian girl. I could not believe it. Honey, P.S. Lovely, I need y'all to call in and make me know it. Because my perception of Jeannie Ma, she's so small. She's so tiny. You know what I'm saying? She's always nice and friendly. And why would she ever want to put hands on him? You know, girl, I don't know. But they say Jeezy is a liar. Is he a liar? I'm not sure about it all, honey. You know, they say Jeezy put hands on Keisha Cole. So I'm thinking in my mind, hey, listen, he put hands on Keisha Cole. He put hands on a whole bunch of women. So why won't he put hands on this Asian girl? What makes her so special? Why she ain't getting upside her head either? So because of his track record, I'm going to lean to maybe he's the problem and he's putting hands on her. You know, I've never heard Jeannie Ma ex-husband come out and say she was putting hands on him. So I have to look at all sides. I don't know, and I don't think, and I hope not that Jeannie Ma would come out to lie on this man. You know, victims, they shouldn't be lying on these men. You know, so I am just all flabbergasted. Even if he is saying the truth, it doesn't matter because his reputation is already tainted in Hollywood. Everybody always already painted him as an abuser, and people don't like that big black man hitting on Jeannie Ma, a Asian sweetheart in Hollywood. They don't like that. They don't like it. So he's already thrown. And think about it. He did all this. They say he was marrying her to get involved, to have doors open for him in Hollywood. Honey, them doors have shut down. Once they hear rumor that you're hitting on people and you're abusing people, Hollywood people, they don't like that. I know it's different parts of Hollywood. I know y'all always talk about the evil Hollywood that do horrible shit, but it's another part of Hollywood that's very, anti-bully, anti-men putting hands on women. And honey, they're going to frown upon it. They're not going to give Jeezy a chance. Jeezy going to get shut down from all ends when it comes to that part, honey. So I would love to put Gigi, what are you talking about? Ain't no proof he put hands on nobody. Rainbow. The victim spoke out. The victim said it. So I don't know what you thinking, Rainbow, but if the woman says he put hands on her, then I'm going to take that as he put hands on her. What part don't you get? So you don't believe victims, Rainbow Kid? Is that what you're saying? If a victim come out and say, hey, somebody to put hands on me, you don't believe them? You're going to terrorize them and say, well, show me proof. You got video? Ain't nobody got all that. Okay. If the victim said that's what happened, then goddamn, that's what happened. Okay? I'm not about to do this with you talking about where the damn proof. Her mouth is the proof. She is a testimony. She, just like when you go to church and they have testimony, do you go up to them and say, well, where's your proof that happened? How do I'm sure that is what happened? It's their testimony. It's their story. It's their journey. It's their truth. How dare you question her truth and her journey, being a victim? Okay, Rainbow said, I don't believe her. You know why? That damn text. Well, listen, if you don't believe her, that's your beliefs. Your beliefs don't make it facts. Now do it. Just because you believe it, that's on you. I don't believe what you believe, Rainbow. We got different perspectives and different beliefs, Rainbow. You can't force your beliefs on me, Rainbow. God damn it. You can't do that now. All right. I'm not sure. I'm uncertain after what I heard from Chronicle Speaks. And I know Chronicle Speaks to be a reputable person. I'm just uncertain about it. Okay. These niggas tell everybody, why not her? Well, that's why I think Jeezy did pop upside her head. I don't see why would he not if he hit Keisha Cole, if he hit all these other women. So that's why I believe the victim, Jeannie Ma. But Jeezy said he's a victim. Jeezy said she's been going upside his head. Okay. Now, if he went, okay, I'm going, can I play double advocate? And can we get the goddamn likes up? Y'all know I'm struggling. We got on 169 views up in here, and we only got 43 likes. Why is the math not adding up? God damn. Okay. Why the math ain't adding up? What? Come on. Where the love at? Where the love at? Oh, where's the love? All right. So if Jeezy says that Jeannie Ma went upside his head, then I'm going to do like some of y'all do. Where the proof, Jeezy? Jeezy, show me the videotape of Jeannie Ma going upside your head. Jeezy, if she went upside your head, why didn't you call the police, Jeezy? Jeezy, why you didn't go to the hospital, Jeezy, to get a record, Jeezy? Jeezy, why didn't you take pictures of your abuse, Jeezy? Jeezy, where the proof at, Jeezy? Okay? Okay? Do he got the proof? Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so honey, I just tell you, I don't know what to say about all this. Yeah, wear your scooter. He has a history of abuse. Yeah, that nigga did it. Wear your scooter. I need you and people like you to call in and weigh in. We need to get this shit cracking. We need to find out the truth of the matter. Y'all need to speak out, goddammit, or hit that link, that stream, y'all. Come on, where y'all at? Now, some people believe he did, some people don't. I just don't know. I'm confused, okay? I'm confused. Just like this society, confused. I'm confused of the matter. So, without further ado, I'm looking in the comments. Jeannie Ma smelling. If he had proof, he would have been, yep, if he had proof, he would have been used it. But the nigga don't got proof. He don't got proof. And it's just so sick how these individuals supposed to be lovers. Y'all see, this the bull crap too. She was talking about how Jeannie Ma, she just wanted to be in a relationship for the gram. Well, hell, he just want to be in a relationship for the gram. Y'all all do it for the gram. I'm so happy. I'm so independent. I don't need to do shit for the gram. I don't need to do nothing for internet. Okay. But if I decide to do it in a couple of years, that's on me. But hey, I'm independent. I don't need nobody likes. Okay. But honey, they are saying that Jeannie Ma, she wanted this relationship for the gram, and so did Jeezy. He wanted for the gram and business. And that's a damn shame that marriage and relationship has came to this, okay? That y'all are doing all this for the gram and it's not working. It's not making sense. Look at this. You guys are destroying. Rashida, what's going on, girl?
Hey,
Rashida,
beautiful. Yeah.
how Jeezy got with her to open the white doors in Hollywood. Now they all closing down on his butt because now he has a reputation of putting hands on Jeannie Ma. Talk about it. What he did to get what he wanted from Hollywood, it is backfiring him and is shutting down. His reputation is tarnished in the white community. They don't want nothing to deal with this nigga, especially the Asians, because you know they stick together.
Yeah. Yo, this is just crazy.
Woo, girl, now he coming out talking about she put hands on him. He said that Asian, what's her name, Jeannie Ma, brung out the red dragon and was tat 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 in that ass. And he said that she's only doing this because I guess she wanted to steal them embryos. Cause she can't they say she can't get pregnant the regular way. So she got to do the embryo and all that. And I guess them nuts is in the freezer and she want to steal them nuts to have more kids. And he said, no, 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 no. Okay. And
But I
honey,
told you that, Gigi.
you did. Well, tell me again, because we got a new audience, girl. And
I
get the lights up.
I told you that it was an interview he did when they first got together. He was speaking highly of her, but he did mention in that interview, y'all think that my wife is laid back. She's not as laid back. She be popping off.
Well,
And
people want to say, let's play devil advocate, because I know you team Jeezy, right? Pick a
no, no,
side.
no, 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 no. I'm not her. I ain't team Jeezy, and I ain't team her. I'm team the baby.
Okay, team debate. We need y'all to call in. We need to have
Cause
sides.
I'm
Hey,
team the baby. Yeah.
to have sides to make it.
Monaco. I'm
Now,
on Monaco's side.
I was on Team Jeannie, my side. Now, because it's new information that Jeezy said that she been hitting him, I'm still on Jeannie, my side, but I'm kind of questioning. I'm doubting myself. I'm doubting. I don't know if it's right for me to be on Jeannie's side. I'm questioning my stance. I don't know no more because
I'm
what Chronicle Speak said. And I'm going to
I
play
got this.
of what she said.
Okay. I
Go
gotta send I'm gonna send you on Instagram. I'm gonna send you this interview he did. He was not bashing her, he was talking highly of her, but he said that she popped off on him a few times and he had to tell her, he was like, I had to tell her, like, yo, you cray cray. He said that in that interview when they first got together. They
well,
had just got married.
we all pop off a little bit. She have every right to cuss his butt out, but to say
No, he said pop.
he said she popped him.
She pops off on, yes, he was saying that. He was like, she got hands. He was like, uh, she's not one to be messed with, put it like that. Like if
And
anybody was to try to square up.
Rashida, I'm going to be sexist. I'm going to be gender biased. Okay. Well, she's
Mhm.
a little girl. She can't hit that big back man. He's a big black man. She can't hurt him. I mean, her hits was probably like love taps. Are you serious? He can take it.
Now you better stop it. I done seen my mother put down quite a few men. You sleep on
No,
them.
a woman cannot hurt. She is too small. She can't take down that big black man.
I
And
don't
why didn't he call the cops? Come on now.
I
Why
don't think that
knows?
I
He
don't think she put him down, but I do think that she done went up top a few times and he done gripped her up a few times and slung her around too. Like, hey, I'm not the one. I'm not your ex-husband. Don't be coming at me like that.
they said the
I
master
believe they was
man.
fighting.
Oh no,
No,
not the black woman.
no, but I believe that yes, he would overpower her, right? If this was like a real brawl out. But I do think that they were fighting each other. He wasn't just beating her. Do that make sense? She never gave me the vibe that she would let anybody put their hands on her. Anybody. She's
Well,
too
she was
spicy.
Rashida. She was intimidated. I mean, you got to remember, I'm playing devil advocate, you guys. You got to remember, he's a thug. You know, he sold sugar boogers. He's a part of that thug lifestyle. You know, they're always aggressive. They always trigger, ready to pow pow. You know, she was afraid of him. That's intimidating. Can you imagine when they're yelling? I mean, his deep voice, his loud, roaring voice was intimidating to her. And who knows, the reason why she probably popped him because she was offending herself.
All right, so like I said, you got women out there, and I'm not on his side and I'm not on her side, but you got women out there that like that rough stuff. And right after they finish arguing and popping each other and doing all that, they right in the bedroom. I'm not beat for that. She
Okay,
liked it.
but if that's the case, then she would never came out and paint Jeezy as an abuser. She wouldn't have
She's
done that. But
She only doing that because of what he's doing, Gigi. She was willing to work her marriage out and not tell nobody anything. He was the one who forced her hand. You get what I'm saying? Because if it was left up to her, she would have stayed quiet and kept their marriage going. But because she felt like him doing that dirty stuff he did and tried to file for full custody, which he shouldn't have did because that was dirty. Whether it was because he didn't want to pay child support or whether it was him trying to just be funny towards her or both, he shouldn't have did it. And he knew that was going to spark something and he brought that out of her. But if he wouldn't have did that, she wouldn't have told us that. We wouldn't know nothing about that.
well, is it right or is it not right, y'all? Okay. Say, for instance, me and Rashida are in a relationship together, okay? And Rashida done me wrong, y'all. She's doing me wrong. But I'm so infatuated with Rashida. I want to be with her so bad. I oversee that shit, right?
Do you
Because,
do wrong? You got to
hold
tell the
on,
full story now. Do you do wrong?
wait, no, I don't. Rashida, wait. Rashida. Okay,
I'm
so Rashida
listening.
do all this bad stuff to me, y'all. And I oversee it because I love her so much and I want to be with her so much. You understand? This is my love of my life. You are my friend. Okay. But when she breaks my heart and she says she's leaving me, oh, I'm just gonna empty the bag then. Because the only reason why I was shutting my mouth, Rashida, because I loved you and you kept us together. But you want to give me the ultimate blow. You want to break us up, break our family, break my heart. Hell, I'm telling everything you did to me. I'm telling how you stole from me. I'm telling how you cheated on me. I'm telling how you hit me, and I'm telling it all. I'm telling it all. That's how
But
she went
all
out.
right,
I can't
but
blame her for doing that. You
I'm
know,
not
of course
saying
she
that, but that's
stayed there because, you know, she loved that man. So she was willing to protect him and lie for him. However, when that is over, it's like, okay, we're not this anymore. Well, let me just tell everything now. Let me just, but is that right
but
too?
that's
I don't know.
it's
Go ahead.
it's not right. It's not right the way that you have two adults doing all of this stuff in the media instead of just going ahead and filing the way they gonna file and just making it equal to have equal rights for the kid. Anytime, because at this point they both giving me the vibes that they don't even care about what their daughter going through because they feeling so hurt.
Got it. Okay, now Jane said if that's what she did, then that would make her bitter. But don't you think she have every right to be bitter? When you have you ever had your heart broken? And have you ever had like your life stole away from you? Like all your dreams, all your ambitions just snatched under your
But
arms. That is
Gigi,
hurtful. You
you
have
giving her too much credit. You
am
giving her too much credit.
if I'm
Look at
giving
her.
her too much credit, y'all need to call in and check me. Y'all need to
How
call
look
in and
how
check
she
me.
was with her last husband though, Gigi. She painted him to be the victim.
Oh God.
Every relationship she that of both these relationships, she ain't did nothing wrong. It was them. When she decided, when her husband left her for whatever reasons, baby or whatever, and he started that life and he's saying he got married and he had a baby. Oh, now she's on the talk show crying like, yeah, but he was such a, and they like, oh, Jeannie, and she's sucking it up. And then she didn't want to have kids, talking about saying little side marks about dark meat, but then going to marry dark meat and getting pregnant as soon as nah, they both got issues. And at this point, maybe somebody needs to come in and intervene with the baby. That's what I'm saying. It's they neither one of them victim. She ain't no victim, he ain't no victim. They both need help is what they need.
If y'all believe Rashida, y'all better call in and back her up. Y'all better call in and back Rashida up and hit that link and back Rashida up, honey. Y'all better, if y'all agree with Rashida, I just don't know. This is what I got to say to what you just said, Rashida. If you talk to most people and you talk to them about their past relationships, most likely they're going to pick themselves as the victim. That's how it goes. If I would have
If
talked to Jeannie, my husband, and asked him all the relationship he's been in, I promise you, he's going to say every other girl he's been with was the problem. That's how majority of goes. If I
and
ask
that's what
you,
I'm saying.
so
That doesn't
for
make it
her
right.
to paint herself as a victim, I mean, I don't think that's nothing out the normal. I don't think that is like a warning sign or a red flag sign. Most people do not take account the wrongdoings they did in their past relationship and blame themselves. You
And that's the problem that we have, because the moment you could step outside of your ego or whatever else, because don't forget, she's on a talk show, she's been on plenty of shows, she gets attention, this is what she do. He's a scumbag. We talking about two people that just need help. At the end of the day, I've had relationships where I felt like I was done wrong, right? But now in my grown behind age, I got to take accountability for the things that I allowed to happen. In the beginning, yeah, I got done wrong. But after a certain point of keep letting it happen, it's my fault now because I'm allowing it to happen. I'm sorry. You're not gonna paint me as no victim. I'm sorry.
uh, well, if I ask Jeezy all his relationships, he not gonna take
He
accountability.
not. They need help. Both of them. They both need help. And I don't think neither one of them healthy for the baby if they gonna be on it like this. Don't they know that it's in the cloud now? Everything they say, every interview they do, the way they talk about each other, it's in the cloud now. Monaco is a baby now, but she will see this. They
Oh,
too grown for it.
this
They
is what
not this,
about that.
but
Okay,
this is not Krishan and Blueface.
I'm
They
sticking
not babies.
for mine. So if anybody wants to stick up for Jeezy,
Not
call.
babies,
You know,
but
you're welcome. But this is what I gotta say about what you just said, Rashida. Jeannie Ma, you're right. She is thinking about her baby. Everything that she's doing, she is fighting for her baby to be in her care because she does not trust her baby in Jeezy care. She does
So
not.
she should not have tried to stay married to a man that she's that afraid of. You can't. It literally makes no sense for you to say that this man is dangerous to that degree, but you was willing to stick it out with him. That's putting your kid in more danger than anything.
I
Than
just
anything.
I disagree, Rashida. You got a lot of girls out here now. They're okay with being with that man and being around the baby as long as they are there to supervise it. But
Okay, now
no, wait, Rashida, don't cut me off.
I'm
But
sorry.
they do know if they were not around to supervise that baby with their father, it will be havoc. It will be reckless. They know that, and they know they play a very important role being in that household with that father and that baby because there are most majority are the caretakers of the baby and making sure the baby is protected and raised right.
And that's 100% fact, Gigi. But how can you say that her being with him while he's in the care of the kid is it's less dangerous when she itty bitty? She can't take him. He'll throw her around. He got guns. I mean, pow pows. So at the end of the day, if she can't physically handle this man, if this man is mentally unstable, it doesn't make sense to stay. You can't say, well, because she was gonna be there. Now, what she was gonna do if he went off, if he decided to bump his rap music, as was said, pull his pow pows out and start smacking everybody around the house with the pow pow and doing this and doing, who was gonna stop him? If he's that dangerous, who was gonna stop him? Her?
You know what? Who's gonna stop him? My Almighty God. He is powerful, and He
You
can
know what,
all
Gigi?
things without measure. Okay, she's gonna get on her knees and she's gonna pray that Satan release his hands from her husband. And so many people has been there in marriages where the devil tried to sneak in, and she was fighting for her marriage, Rashida. Okay,
Okay, so can I ask you this?
but guess
How?
what, Rashida? He broke that vow. He tore that marriage.
He tore it up.
Her.
It's
It's
all his
her
fault.
family.
So how come y'all don't give us the same energy, black women? Why we don't get the same energy? Why we hear stuff like, "Oh, you stupid. Why would you be with it?" I don't hear this. I don't hear this. When it comes to a black woman, if it was the same exact thing, she would have been all, look what we saying about Keisha Cole. And all she got it was cheated on. But she's all types of stupid and crazy and this, that, and the third. But Jeannie Ma, oh no, not her. That's crazy to me.
Well, you know what I gotta say about that? I gotta say that is so deflecting, and maybe you're right, and maybe we need to talk about that. But we have to stick at the points with Jeannie Ma and Jeezy. You know, and I'm just so heartbroken by this. But I want to play some clips. But good point. But we need more people to rally behind you, Rashida, because they're not calling in having your back.
That's
So
all right. I got my back.
question, where they are and how much they agree with you because they're not calling in. The actions are not lining up. Okay, so this is some clips from Chronicle Speaks, and I want to play a little bit from her. Okay, shout out. Listen. What? He said he never held her against her will. But how do
It-
we know he's not lying? How do
we
we
can't
know?
hear it, Gigi.
Oh, you know what? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for letting me know. Hold on. Wait. Please get me together. Ooh, I love it. Please let me know if you can't hear it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me bring it down here. Let me bring it down here so you guys can hear this audio. I may as well just keep the picture up because all you're gonna see is court document.
I feel like this is the most
All right, so
slept
you
on.
heard that commercial a little bit. What can we get the likes up, y'all? Can we please get the likes up?
Now, I'm not one to
Hold on, let's go
Jeezy
here.
and Jeannie Mai probably didn't in a million years imagine that their alleged fairy tale romance would end up in divorce court, let alone a vicious custody war between the two. But one thing that we've learned from these couples is that you can never make them your couple goals. And lastly, many of these celebrities are not as happy as they would make you think they are. Simply put, a lot of them are doing it for the gram. And that's exactly what Jeezy seems to be stating Jeannie is doing. So without further ado, let's start these court docs off right because we've got a lot to unpack. So Jeezy starts off by saying, first and foremost, to be clear, the petitioner has never held the respondent against her will ever. Petitioner has never struck the respondent with a closed fist across her cheekbone and eye, or punched or choked the respondent in any manner whatsoever. Petitioner has never pushed the respondent down any stairs. Those allegations are completely unsubstantiated.
All right. Now, why would Jeannie Mai, an honest woman, a loving woman, a likable woman, why would she lie on a black rapper dude like this when he has a reputation of putting women down in his past, that he has been intimate with Rashida? He says that this is a lie and he has never touched Jeannie Mai. He has never held her
I
against her
have a
will.
I have a question.
Him? Do you believe him?
I have a question.
Okay.
Is there any other woman on this planet that ever said Jeezy is a woman beater? I,
Yes.
I I really don't know that question, that answer. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, they said that he put hands on Keisha Cole. They said that he hit hands on every other woman. That's what they said.
Hmm. I'm here. I'm seeing no. Anybody can in chat let me know? Because I never
Why
heard
don't
Keisha
y'all
Cole
call
say
in?
that.
Why don't y'all
'Cause,
call in?
yeah, y'all need to call in. I need to know.
Y'all told me that he put hands on Keisha Cole. Press 1 if you heard that he put hands on Keisha Cole. Press 5 if you didn't hear that.
Or
Okay.
any female for that matter.
Get
I'm trying to see if he's a habitual
get them
woman beater.
get them likes up. Mm-hmm. We got a 1. We got a 1. We got 2 ones. We got 2 ones.
I see a whole bunch of fives. Don't
You
skip
know
past
what?
the fives.
But that's on you, Rashida. You count them 5. I'm counting the ones. We got 3 ones. Okay.
I see some no's.
Well, you know why they say no, Rashida?
Well, you
You
know
know
what?
no, they say no because they don't know the truth, Rashida. They don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, that's
But
what.
you know what? I'm not gonna say that she's not telling the truth with him putting his hands on her. I'm not gonna say, I would never say that. But what I'm saying is this relationship, the way it's going, it's not all him. She has to take her part in it because she was all good with everything until he was like, I'm done with you. I don't want to be with you no more. And now we're hearing all of this. And the
We
fact that I
I
watched what
told
she
you the
did
reason why you're going to
for
hear all
G,
this because he broke her marriage and she was protecting him. And as a wife and a husband, you protect your husband.
all right, so what about her last husband then, Gigi?
Hold
This
on,
this is a pattern.
you're jumping. Okay, when you're in a marriage like her, she's going to protect her man. She's not going to tell you all what they do bad in the bedroom. She's going to paint a good image because it's none of our business. And she wants to put great things out there. She constantly upped this man, even though he was doing horrible things behind the scenes. She was protecting him. I love him. He's a great father. He's this, he's that, making him look good because she was protecting him. And
But why
why,
protect him more than you protect your child?
Rashida? Because this is how this society has groomed so many women. When you look in your past, your grandma and your elders always protected their husband and
You
told you,
not in my family.
well,
Not in
well,
my family.
well, Rashida, you're blessed. A lot of families, they're going to protect their man, and they're not going to tell you how their man cheated on them. They're not going to tell you how their man put paws on them, but they're going to paint that he's a provider. He loves them. He take care of the kids. That has it always been that way traditionally when it comes to these families, and it's still that way in a lot of places today. So that is that mindset. They're not going to just be forthcoming and just tell you every horrible thing.
But
They're
is it right,
share it.
Gigi? Is it right?
To say if it's right or not. It really a believe by how you believe, Rashida.
I'm
It
talking about when a child is involved. Is it right?
You know what, Rashida? In traditional sense, they would say it's right because they feel that the husband comes before the kids. In certain religions, and you guys know that in certain religions, the husband comes before the kids. That's why you have this big argument on social media. Who should you feed first, your kids or your husband? Religious tell us your husband is first and your kids are after. However, the new wave is this new world, and the Western society says that put your kids before your husband.
But
So
everybody that I know and my family, friends, I've seen this conversation online multiple times. Don't no man eat before the kids. I'm sorry. Now, if they grown, yes. Right?
So you looking at me?
hold
We
on.
my
The prophet, what you mean, Gigi? Stop. You coming off, you hiding your truth. I'm not hiding my truth. Okay. What the hell you want to know about me? I told all my truth off the internet, child. Now, what you trying to say? Okay, because you ain't gonna put me against no corner, child. Okay. Okay. You know I'm rolling and you know I'm doing this for good ass entertainment. Now, what's your problem is? Am I hitting something? Am I hitting something? Okay. Go ahead, Rashida.
Nah, go ahead, go off. Go off.
I said what I had to say. A real man don't eat before the kids.
He don't. He
Well,
don't.
that's on your beliefs, though. So
But
can
that's
I tell a question? Don't you guys know it's your belief? Is it religions out there like Christianity that says a man comes before the kids?
yes,
Press
yes, in
one if
religion.
that is true. So
But that's not the way people live. A lot of people don't live like that.
a lot
It
of you
says
right,
it.
and a lot of people don't live like that, but a lot of people do. So that's what I'm saying. It's based on your personal beliefs.
Oh,
It's
hard.
based on your ways of life.
Everybody else.
You know,
Oh, Gigi, you heard my husband?
I did not. I heard something, but I didn't hear
He said he said he don't work hard so he could eat. He work hard so we can eat.
Well, that's great. That's great. And some people with that mindset, and others are not.
But but what I'm saying is I see this conversation online a lot.
So you know
And
that.
they all feel the same way. These men be like, "No, you better feed my baby first." Like I see it a lot.
Okay. So, okay, well, that's good. I think y'all moving in the right direction. Y'all are throwing that religion concept out that the man comes before the kids.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Give yourself a round of applause. Y'all are getting free and getting woke. I love it for y'all. I wasn't raised, I was raised traditional conservative Christianity. So the man always came first. So,
Babe, can you put that battery in the smoke detector, please? I'm tired. Please. It's
all
right there.
All right, so let's do another numbers game. Press 1 if you agree the kids come before the husband. Press 1 if you agree with that analogy. Press 5 if you disagree with that and you're on a traditional old religious stance that a husband always come before the kids. All right. Okay. We got some traditional folks out there, but we definitely got a whole bunch of ones. All right. Good job, you guys, for breaking away from that ideology, from having that independence. All right. Ooh, wee. So the prophet, yes, you do get an apology. I didn't know what you were talking about. You said it so vague. I apologize to you, the prophet, but it was so vague. And you called, didn't they say I was lying? I was hiding my truth. How was I lying my truth about that situation? That's my upbringing. That's how I was raised, and that's how a lot of Christian conservative old traditional people think. So shit, that is my truth, ain't it, Rashida? If that's my upbringing, if that's how I was traditioned to be.
Yeah, because we all heard that, but that don't mean that we live by it. But that's how most of us was raised.
Okay, most of y'all was raised like that too. Okay. Yeah, I broke away from that mind thinking. But okay, yeah. So maybe it was just a mixed up. But I apologize. I was raised the same way. Okay, right on, Cynthia. Come on now. See, we was all raised right. Say no, I'm playing. But we wasn't raised right, Rashida? I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Shit's a mix.
Is I think that it just I don't know, to me, um, of course you respect the man is the man of the house, point blank, period. But when you have children, they're the future. Whether he's there or not, those are your baby. They have to come first. They come first, not just to the moms, but when you, especially in a two-parent household, I think that mother and father feel the same way. I don't think any man would sit and start eating his dinner and his children ain't eat first, or he didn't get off of work. So say those are out working, right, and they don't get home to 10 o'clock, but the kids got to be in bed for school. They can't eat because daddy ain't eat. That don't make sense.
Well, do you want me to argue that fact?
I mean, you can.
I mean, I'm not with it. I agree with you, Rashida. I'm on y'all side. But if I was to argue that, I would say something like, it's just about the matter of respect of always that is the king. He is the provider of this household. And without him, we are nothing. We always want to make sure that the king is happy. That is our job. And my job is to get everything together, but we wait for the king.
All right, so that means that the kids don't go to bed on time and they don't eat until daddy get off of his 12-hour shift at
No,
midnight or 10 o'clock.
that does not mean that. That means that we get the king consent, and the king says yes. Have the kids fed and up to bed at a proper time at 7 p.m. And when he gets off of work, I may have his food ready. And that's it. But no, the kids are not going to wait, because the king will give consent to say have the kids fed and in the bed by 7 p.m.
But what if he don't give consent because he want to eat first?
Then you would consult with him and ask him, or you just obey and say okay.
You know, they took that out. A lot of states took that out of when you get married. That's obey is not in there. It wasn't when we did anyway.
Got it. What do you mean? Oh, okay, they don't do obey no more. All that is gone out. Good job,
Yeah.
y'all. Get rid of that shit. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud of y'all. So when I grew up, it was always obey, obedience, obedience. Okay, I was drilled with obedience. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for y'all. Ooh. Y'all gotta tell me, because I'm still sleeping. Shit, I'm still thinking we part of the old world with my old ass. All right, y'all gotta let me know we in a different world now. Shit, I'm still learning. Mm-mm.
But it's so much. What else y'all talking about? What you got up here for tonight? Cause man, I was down a rabbit hole all day, Gigi.
With the other story, I'm gonna talk about that at
All
10:30.
different types of stuff.
Oh, well, why you ain't hit me in the IG and let me know?
I
Okay, so
did. Didn't I send you a video earlier, Gigi?
I don't remember. I gotta look again.
Yeah.
BTF, hey, how you doing? What are your thoughts about this? Jeezy came out and he said that he never hit Jeannie Ma. he says that Jeannie mom been hitting on him. Do you believe that?
Hi, Gigi. Hi, Rashida.
Hey,
Hey,
BTF.
BPF.
Well, can I tell you a little story first?
Okay, go ahead.
So I didn't realize you were on. And when I just came on, I heard Rashida say to her husband something about fixing the smoke alarm.
Uh-huh.
And I started laughing because literally, I would say about 3 weeks ago, I had a problem with my smoke alarm, and it's in a spot where I cannot reach it with a ladder. I have to have a special telescopic ladder that leans against the skylight. So I literally had it fixed. But since I started listening to you, I think it's been a week now, I've been hearing that little chirp and thinking that mine wasn't fixed. So all week long, I've been stopping listening to your show to walk around to see what freaking fire smoke
I'm
alarm was
sorry,
making that
BPF.
noise.
Look, if you would have reading the comments, you would have seen them. They was coming for me.
I
It's mine.
I've only been around for a week, so I didn't know. I literally would hit pause on the show and start walking around the house. And it only happens when the show is on. I never connected the two. So yes,
I'm
to your
sorry,
husband.
BTF.
It's
I'm
not your
sorry.
fault. It's not your fault. I was cursing because I was like, I just paid $300 to fix that smoke alarm. What the hell?
And it's bad because it's to the point where I did not know. Like, y'all say it, and my friend said it when I was on the phone with her, but I don't hear it.
Because you
And
get desensitized.
yeah.
Because I was having the same exact problem. But what made me finally change it was that the alarm changed from that little beep. It was a beep. I mean, 24/7. I took it for 24 hours before I was able to get the electrician in.
But why did you need an electrician though? Why was it
Because
so much?
the spot that specific smoke alarm is, I cannot reach it by a
Oh.
ladder.
Oh, you got high ceilings, is basically what you're
Yes,
saying.
and
They
I have to
high.
have a specific type of ladder.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So
Well,
I was dealing with the beep beep. I didn't care. But once the beep beep changed to this, it sounded like, the emergency thing that you get on your TV or the phone when there's like a state emergency.
Yeah.
This is a test. It was that damn sound. I couldn't take it. But anyway,
well, I'm glad
I'm
you got
sorry.
it away. So, what are your thoughts about this Jeezy and Jeannie?
Well, this is the messy divorce. I personally don't believe him because I don't believe that if she put paws on him, that he didn't counteract with a paw himself.
Oh, yeah, I can see him doing that because he got a real bad temper that he's been fighting. He even acknowledged that, he got mental treatment because of his depression and all the stuff that he's dealing with inside his head.
Because
So
I think
that's why he had to divorce her. Maybe he had thoughts, I'd take this hoe out of here. I will really K her out. And I really need to get out because Jeannie, I would K you. And he probably did right to divorce her because probably he didn't want to announce it. He would take her out.
and the other reason is because if he was planning to leave her, right? And this woman is psycho and is always putting her hands on him. Because he was planning this, he could have easily put a camera or his phone on where she doesn't know it's recording, and it's his voice saying, stop touching me. I'm walking away. You're acting crazy. He would have had something like that on tape.
A lot of men do
Not,
that nowadays.
but that's men that don't put their hand on women, but not a man who
Exactly.
likes stuff like that.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't believe him. What
Yeah.
I do believe is if she was a little nutty and was physically coming at him all the time, he would have reacted at some point on if she did it many times, there would have been at least one incident where he reacted. And I mean, he could push her and she'd go through a wall. She's so tiny next to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he got strength 5 times bigger. Call in, y'all. So I want to play a little bit more of the clip.
The petitioner does not own an AK-47. The petitioner specifically denies that he has left guns and bullets all over the marital home. The claims by the respondent are entirely fabricated and staged in an intentional effort to...
All right, so he said, I don't even own an AK-47. Well, what was those in the video? He said he never left guns and bullets all over the home. That's a lie. We saw them videos. He's trying to say they AI. Those videos are made up. He said he don't even own an A440. I don't even believe that.
We gonna find out, because I mean, I don't know, but I know that most men that carry pows and stuff like that, they don't just have them laying around. Like, they might have a room designated for it, but it could have been staged, it could have been propped there, it could have been his. It's different scenarios.
So
well, here's a question. Does he have a criminal record?
Yes.
Is he allowed to even own a firearm?
He might be. It depends on where he lives. Because if he don't have a felony charge, then I don't know. It depends.
Because that, I mean, it could be that whatever he had is unregistered, and so he's claiming he doesn't own one because he really doesn't officially own one. Maybe he's trying to put it off on, it's his friends that he was walking around with and he was looking at it. I don't know.
That's true. Maybe it's not in his name. You see how he's so slimy? Because we saw those pictures and he's trying to say he never left any piles of guns all over the home. So I don't know. Now I'm believing he may be lying about all this, but let's continue.
Destroy the petitioner's name, brand, and reputation because the divorce action was filed. These false allegations are by the same woman who attempted to have a second baby with the petitioner naturally for over a year. When she did not become pregnant after the petitioner told her in June 2023 that he planned to file for divorce, the respondent then contacted their same doctor about in vitro fertilization. The petitioner's permission was required. The petitioner had to contact the doctor directly in August 2023 to let her know that he would not be participating in the fertilization of any additional eggs with the respondent. If the petitioner were so violent as the respondent claims, why would she want to have a second child with him? If the petitioner were so irresponsible and created such an unsafe home environment for the party's minor child, why would the respondent desperately want to have a second baby with the petitioner? The answer is because the petitioner is not violent and the petitioner is not irresponsible. Further, the petitioner has not...
Ooh, wait, girl. Why? They're trying to say that Jeannie Ma is a liar because if he was so horrible, why is she trying to have a second baby with that man? Huh? Well, you know what? A lot of y'all have been done stuff by horrible people, men and women, but y'all still stood by that woman that went upside your head. You still stood by that woman that cheated on you. You still stood by that man that cheated on you and went upside your head. Why y'all acting like y'all don't know? Huh? Press 1 if you still stood by that man after he popped you. Huh? Are y'all gonna keep it real? Okay.
Well, it sounds like he had the sense, because if he knew that they was toxic for each other, whether it was mainly him, her, or them equally, he knew not to bring another baby into that marriage.
That's true. Good on his part. That is really good on his part. But he's trying to flip it, Rashida. Talking about something. He's not bad, because if so, why you still trying to stay with me? Why you still trying to be with me?
That's what I'm saying.
But
I said that before he did.
Okay, but Rashida, it sound right. I promise you it sound right. But in reality, you know that people stay in
Yes,
relationships.
and worse.
because they stay in those horrible relationships, it does this not discount the abuse that they have suffered.
It doesn't, and it doesn't,
I
and
said,
it doesn't make that person right either.
after Roger then knocked me up or hit me or put paws on me, I still stayed with him because I still loved him. And I
Yeah,
overstood
but
the abuse. Rashida, I didn't want him to hit me, but I didn't want to let him go either.
all right. So when are you gonna take?
I love him. I
When are
love
you gonna take your part in it and saying that you were enablers, you were enabling, you were enabling?
that when I'm just trying to save my marriage
No,
before
you can't. You
I
can't.
love him. We got a family together,
What's
Rashida.
love got to do with it? You need to go back and watch that. What's love got to do with it?
Oh, love got to do everything. That is why I am sacrificing and I'm protecting him and I want to be with him and I want to love. And guess what, Rashida? Maybe the devil made him do it. Maybe the devil made him do it. He didn't mean to do it, Rashida. He was just drunk. And maybe if he get off the alcohol, he can see it, have common sense. I don't want to give up on my husband. But now
Yeah,
you tell me that my husband is divorcing me, then what the hell? What are we
that
fighting?
makes you
I can't
that you know what that makes you?
I'm going to
That
put
makes
all the cards on the table.
and
I'm
that makes you
telling
just as wrong as him.
oh, how could you? How could you? I am the victim, Rashida. How could you say that? How could you?
I
How,
feel bad. I look, I
how
feel really bad because it's people
how
out
can I be the enabler? Because he went upside my
because
head,
you ain't you
gave him. That's me.
but you enabled him. If he's going upside your head, he's leaving guns, pow pows all over the house. He's getting so wasted to the point where now he crashing stuff and injuring both of you guys. If you don't, you should have been the one that said, if you don't clean up your act, then I'm going. You should have been the one filing for divorce because anything other than that, you are okaying his behavior.
Disagree. Y'all call in if you guys agree with Rashida. I so disagree with that.
That
You
is
know, nobody is
you saying that
Rashida.
regardless of what he does, you're gonna be there. That's what you're
Rashida.
saying.
Rashida, you're saying pretty much that if one thing bad goes in your marriage, just call it quits.
No,
Just
I'm
divorce.
saying that she when you read a part of her lawsuit, and she was saying that this was a consistent thing of him leaving his weapons around. It was consistent. It's the words, the wording that's put in there as if it happened all the time. We're not talking about, oh, it happened one, two, three, maybe four times. He can change. If this was consistent as they put the words in that, then it's like at some point you're enabling, you're saying, regardless of what you do, I'm gonna fight for you. Regardless of how much you make me look crazy, I'm gonna fight for you. Regardless of this or that. At some point, you gotta take you are allowing this to happen at this point.
But Rashida, I love him. I don't want him to go. And maybe I wouldn't have put this out here. We were still together. You're right. Because my love for him and my love for this marriage is so strong. But once he cut that marriage loose, we are no longer tied. I am no longer protecting you. What part don't you understand that? That
I
marriage
understand that
was,
you love him more than you love yourself
and I
and
do
how
love
that works.
and I love myself. I wasn't
So
raised to
then
love
that's not
myself.
healthy for
I
the
wasn't raised.
baby.
And you know what, Rashida? Half of these parents are not healthy for the baby. If you want to give it like that, most of these
And that's
parents
true.
don't love themselves. So we are a product of society and the world. We're not perfect. Okay.
Okay, so in that,
We still understanding life and still getting it right. Okay. You gotta
so
have some
in that,
compassion for the victims, Rashida. You
But
gotta
in
have
that, what you just said is true, right? But in that, you have to take accountability. You can't now that, okay, yeah, you're gonna admit that you love him more than you love yourself. You're gonna admit that all of this other stuff, but now you're not ready to admit, okay, I was wrong in doing that. This is what I
what was I
did,
wrong?
and
Okay,
yes, I
Rashida,
was wrong for
me,
it.
what was I wrong in doing? What did
You
I
was wrong for allowing it to keep happening if it was happening that
allow
consistently.
it? If oh my God, are you really saying I allowed him to hit me upside my
No,
head?
no, no.
Allowed
I'm saying that
What
that
man? Because
you
Rashida, because I allow a man to hit me upside my head for years, then I enable him. I allow him to do it. I did not want them hits every time. I begged not to. But no, it was
so
not
was it a point in time where
because
you
of
took
that.
one of them pows that he had laying around and put it to his head and told him that was the last time he was gonna
You
do
know,
it?
you're listening to me because I made a point and then you went off talking about another point. It's like I'm talking, but you're not even listening to me. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Do you need me to say it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. You're saying I am enabling my husband. I am allowing my husband to hit me upside my head. I don't want them hits. I begged him not to hit me, Rashida, but he did it anyway. And no, I'm not going to leave my husband for it because I planned when I made a vow, Rashida, to death do us part through sickness and health, through good and bad. I meant that with my whole soul, and I'm not going to leave him because of that. But Rashida, he left me. So therefore,
Ex-
all bets are off, Rashida. I
No,
am
all right. So
no longer,
Gigi.
wait, because you're cutting me off. I am no longer going to protect him. I'm going to tell the world every bad thing that he did because when we were together as his wife, I did protect him with keeping those secrets. And I held it to myself. And I struggled with myself. And I went through this journey by myself. And you know, I don't love myself. I love him more than I love myself. And that's how I was raised to love a man more than myself, to put the man on the throne and he will cover me. And I don't have to worry about it because I put God in him first. And
Okay.
that's my religion. And that's my tradition. And that's my
Okay.
choice. But you would not come out here and say, I beg for those hits. You would
No,
not.
no, 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 no. That is not what I'm saying.
Not.
I'm saying that if he was hitting you, which is wrong, don't try to make it seem like I'm victim blaming. No, if he was hitting you, that was dead wrong. But once he filed those papers and said he didn't want to be with you no more, he gave you the out to no longer get hit. To no longer have to trip over pows. He gave you the out. Why not take it? Why fight him on it?
Why fight him on it? Listen, it's no fight. Right now, Rashida, I'm protecting my daughter. I want my baby, okay? He hurt me in such a way. He broke my heart. That was like I felt a death in me when he broke up with me because I had planned to stay in this marriage through death, do us part. That is what we agreed to, Rashida. That is what
So you was
for
so you
God to, Rashida. And he broke his vow, not only with me, but with God, okay? And
even if death
that,
meant by his
Rashida, but
hand.
you keep on over talking me when I'm talking, would let me know you're not listening what I'm saying. So once he did that, all bets are off, Rashida. I'm not going to protect, and I'm going to take out everything in that closet and I'm spreading it out. It is nothing wrong with that. It's my truth to tell.
But are you telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, because I
Or
held
are you just putting everything on one person?
him. You say what?
Or are you telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Or are you just putting everything on one person to make them seem like the bad guy and you did nothing wrong in this matter?
No, Rashida.
Because it's two sides to a story, Gigi. We
Rashida.
know this.
Rashida, if you know me, Look at my past history. I have been nothing but nice to Jeezy. I have protected him. I have told the world that he was a good father, despite he's doing horrible things behind the scenes, which is our marriage and us to deal with. I would never paint him in a bad light as my husband. Rashida, get this through your head. He is no longer my husband. I would no longer protect him. All bets are off, and I'm going to tell the whole truth. Okay? No, when I was with my husband, I didn't tell the full truth. I told Image to paint me and my husband in a good way because I'm going to protect him. But if he's not longer my husband, I'm not going to protect him, Rashida. And I'm going to fight for my child. Right now, it's not about the marriage. It's about fighting for my child. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. I have a question though.
I'm not.
You,
That's
I
no.
have a question. You lied then to protect him. How do we know you're not lying now?
Excuse me?
You lied to everybody to protect him. How do we know you're not lying now?
Didn't lie to everybody, protect him. He is a good father. But I didn't.
But I thought he was dangerous.
Yes, he was. I didn't tell you everything that was going on in our marriage. I didn't tell you all the bad
A,
stuff.
a good father would not
That.
a good father would not beat the mother of his children in front of him. A good father would not leave guns laying around the house consistently with his child in the house. Good fathers don't do that.
Well, you know what, Rashida? I think maybe you're right. Maybe I have to learn, but I also think we have different perspectives of what good fathers are. And we have to realize that people idea of a good father is not universal. So maybe your understanding of what a good father, what you believe to be, may not what I believe. I believe that he is a good father. When I was with him and we made things work, yes. But me being away from him and just having my child with him, I cannot get out my mind the dangerous things that I went through, that I protected Jeezy from. And now he wants custody over my child because of selfish reasons. I mean, he never even cared to raise his other kids. He is doing this to spite me and to target me as his enemy. And I'm going to do whatever I have to do for my baby. This is my first baby, Rashida. This is my only baby, Rashida. This means the world to me. I was not able to have kids, Rashida, and God has blessed me with this child. And my God, I'm going to protect it with my all might. Jeezy has multiple kids, Rashida. This is my first and only child. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Do y'all love our role play? Press 7
Yeah.
our role play.
You are good. You are good.
BTF, what are your thoughts before we get into these calls?
I'm going to tell you that I still find something so bizarre about this in vitro, and now he's saying that she tried to trick him and get pregnant with another child the natural way. So if she was trying to do this the natural way, why would he have to call the doctor's office? The natural way is it doesn't require a doctor's office.
Well, I
I
don't
don't
think
get that.
they can do it the natural way. I think it has
But
to be.
but that's what just played out with what the lawyer was saying.
I
That
think she pretty much. I think she said the unnatural. I think it was a word.
okay, but again, it's not like his contribution is on ice. For him, he doesn't even have to make a phone call to them, because if the way he's saying it, it's that they would have to go through in vitro again, which means that he would have to make another contribution.
Well,
That's
possibly.
probably what she
So
asked him, and he said
all
no.
you have to do is not show up. when they give you a cup. Okay.
Well, maybe he just want to put it out here for the world to know, for be more gossip. But hold on, calling from 301. You're live on the air.
The empire is on fragile ground.
301. All right, I don't know what's going on. 301. You're live on the air.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on?
What up, KFC?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? I wanted to call in and give my response about Jeezy real quick.
Go ahead.
All right. First of all, that song Jeezy did with Neo, Leave You Alone, that's my song. I always say that, but it is. Okay. When it comes to Jeannie, I believe 100% she is a liar. I disagree with everything people are saying about Jeezy tonight. I think it's this is my opinion. I think it's a little bit unfair because when I look at Jeannie, I know what Jeannie was trying to do. Jeannie was going to try to cross over and get involved with Black culture to take her to the top. It's the same game. It's the same pattern, just like what Kim Kardashian did. Use Black to get to the top. Once you think you get to the top, then you're going to kick Black back. You know what I'm saying? The photo that she showed in the house of Jeezy allegedly walking around with that pow pow, that was taken back in 2023. You were on good terms with your husband back then. So who takes pictures of their spouse in the house and save it for a rainy day? Plus also
I didn't even think that.
The other photo that was laying by the bed, how do you know that she didn't put that there down by herself? Another thing that I thought was interesting about her is she kept talking about being concerned about the pow pows being in the house, and the daughter might have access to them. But what about your life? Why were you okay with the pow pows being in the house when your daughter wasn't born? But now all of a sudden the pow pows in the house is a big problem. See, that's called entrapment. And the reason why she brought those guns up is because back in 2014, they were trying to convict him on a gun charge. So at this point in time, I just really think she's desperate. Like Kim Kardashian did the same thing to Kanye. She was on Kanye. Kanye took her to the top as far as her reputation, got her that clout. Then she turned on him. Then she felt like she didn't need him anymore. And they do that a lot because you have to always remember, like, Black culture is the #1 imitated culture in the world, man. Africa, period. Everything comes out of that. Just not only natural resources, but customs, style, everything. And everybody wants to copy that. And I'm not being racist, but it is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's our hair, I know you were talking about that last night. Like, Black women are so versatile with their hair. They can do so much. It doesn't have to be kinky. It could be straight. It could be curly. A lot of people can't do what we do. So I'm not going to put it down because I'm saying if she had all these problems with him, why did she marry him? Why did she marry him? No one didn't hold a pop out to her head to ask her to marry this man. You know what I'm saying? So like with Kim Kardashian, I said this again, but Tony had cut me off. When you go back and look at them, all of them, Kim, all the girls, Kylie or whatever, they're all on Black men hard. But yet they show no photos. There's nothing of them growing up even showing that they had Black friends. So I want to know, where does the love come from?
Well, KFC. Kim Kardashian did have a Black friend. Her name was Brandy, and she did her dirty.
Hard. One friend.
No, but she did. Listen to me. She did her dirty. She used her.
I'm saying if you look at Chloe, the way Chloe tried to do her life, it's like she's trying to imitate how we do baby fathers or being a baby mama. It's like you can see what they do. They just sit back and study what we do, and they try to overdo it because they know the world would rather them have the money than us. And it's always been that way. It's always been the imitation there, and it gets on my nerves what they do. You know, just like, for example, Taylor Swift, the guy she's dating, his beard and his fade, brother's been rocking that forever. All of a sudden, they're saying it's becoming popular again because he's rocking it. Says who? Fades and beards have always been here. It's always been in our culture. So I'm saying with Jeannie, I don't like the way she did that. I think she studied Tamar Braxton too, because you know Tamar Braxton, when she married Vince or whatever, she started coming on the up and up. She had her show, she had her music career, you know, blah blah blah. And I think she was just really trying to follow in those footsteps and do the same thing. I mean, they do it all the time. I don't know why nobody can't see that. This is nothing new. At the end of the day, I still believe she cheated on Jeezy. That's why he came out with 2 songs talking about cheating something else. And I believe honestly he didn't want her no more.
He called her. They did say in the hotel. He kept saying she was a HOE. Why was he calling her that?
Because I believe she cheated on him. Now I'm not saying behind closed doors he might not have had issues. You know, we all do.
Right.
But I think that she may have never really loved him like that. Have we ever looked at it like that? Because, you know, the View, I think she was trying to blow up her career. I think she wanted to go back and forth. Because, you know, they try to do that all the time, even though they really don't like black people, right? I'm not trying to make about race.
You heard what she said. You're not supposed to marry the black, but you can screw them.
But see, with stuff like that, I mean, that's what the Kardashians were doing. All right? I mean, look at the mother. Look who she ran to the arms of. All right?
Yeah.
All people do that. They all try to imitate what we do, and it gets on my nerves. Taylor Swift is imitating Beyonce.
You know what? You don't have to keep on going on with Taylor Swift.
Gigi don't like that.
Hold on. Wait. Do y'all agree with what she's saying, KFC? I've bit my tongue for a long time. Press 1 if you agree with KFC saying. Okay.
I'm pressing 1. Can you hear me? 1.
No, I don't hear that. Press 4 if you disagree. Press 4 if you disagree with what KFC is saying.
But okay, Gigi, ask yourself, why did Kim do the same thing to Kanye?
You
all
know
of a sudden,
what?
When their marriage was starting to dissolve, she came out and said he had all these mental health issues.
Let me tell you
he was
something.
Crazy. He was
let
weird.
me tell you something. I'm not concerned about Kim Kardashian because right now we have to fight for Jeannie Ma. Okay, I have no time to do this comparison and to deflect.
No,
when we have real issues, and you're talking about Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian, what lets me know that you are not focused. You are not focused on the topic at hand when it comes to Jeezy.
Gigi, role play with her. I want to hear you and KFC role play.
Jeezy is trying to paint her as a horrible liar when he is the liar. Okay, make no mistake about it. And let me tell you something, KFC. Let me tell you something, KFC. You talk about Jeezy came out talking about whores and talk about cheating. Do you know he has a bad reputation of cheating? Do you know he has multiple baby mamas? Do you know he is a whore? He's always talking about the same thing: drugs, cheating, and whores. That is his music for I don't know how many umpteenth years. So because he's talking about whores and cheating, it does not surprise me. That is his genre of music that he always talk about. And it does have nothing to do with Jeannie Ma. Okay.
But can I ask you a question?
What is it?
Okay, the question is this. So why was that good enough in the beginning for her to want to marry him? You think she didn't know that?
You know why? Do you know why? Well, if you're going to say, let me ask you a question, well, let me answer the question. Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question? The answer to that question is that Jeezy was the press of the lifestyle, the thug reputation that he had. And he did not want to have that reputation. He wanted to change his life because that ruthless a lifestyle that he was living that you love so much caused him to be in a deep depression. Do you understand that? I mean, Jeezy Jeezy, well, he said it himself. That's why he drove into depression. That's why mental health is so important to him, because that lifestyle that he had before drove him crazy. It drove him madness. And let's not forget that Jeezy, he is a product of a no family environment. He did not have a mother and father. He does not know tradition values. She
don't either.
Values.
But Gigi, she don't either.
Okay, Rashida. Right. Hold on, Rashida. I thought I was talking to KFC.
All right. I'm muting.
I feel attacked. Okay.
No.
So with
I'm
that
the one sitting on the balcony looking downstairs.
So with that being said, Jeezy, his whole world he looked at Jeannie Ma as a savior. She can help me change my reputation around. She can help me open up into doors and spaces where I can get in. He wanted to use her as a safeguard to have a different life that he thought that would be better for his reputation and his mindset. And what with Jeannie, she believed him. He is such a good manipulator and liar. She believed that he really wanted to redeem himself. And Jeannie Ma, she believed in second chances, as we all should, because nobody is perfect. And she felt that she could help him get to the place that he wanted to be at in his mental and family, because he wanted to be that family man that he always dreamed about, that he never have, because he had kids, but he was never that family man. So for a minute, they did give that. They gave that family image. It was beautiful. It looked gorgeous. However, he could not stomach being a father figure. He could not stomach being an honest man, being a family man. It was too much for him to bear. And, he had to opt out. He was a coward in that. And in the midst of him putting hands on her and doing all this stuff, she stood by his side, because she was in that marriage before for 10 years, for a long time. I think that's longer than Jeezy ever been in any type of relationship. So she's used to hauling it in for the long haul, but he was not. He is a short-term guy, and he thought he can stomach it, but he could not. So that's my answer to that question.
I disagree with that. You know why I disagree? I disagree with all of that. I disagree and I don't know them, but also primarily because I think it was Jeannie on the other end that was using him, because she wanted her career to get started. Because guess what? With Kim, do you know how much Kanye pays her a month? $200,000.
There you go. You're talking about Kim Kardashian.
All right.
What I'm saying is,
and this has nothing to do with Kim Kardashian.
I know, but
Hold on, KFC, because now you're going to stereotype and you're going to put all people in a group. Now, when people stereotype Black people, you're going to get offended. So let's not do that, okay? I'm going to put you on hold, sweetheart. Now, Rashida, what's up?
I have a question, because I heard you say first that Jeannie Ma was Jeezy's savior. And I heard you say he used her and she didn't use him.
You know what? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish your talking points.
You said, you basically implied that she was the savior. Like, there's no other woman on this planet that's doing the thing that could have made his career or him look good. And the fact of the matter is, they used each other. Her whole angle from the very beginning of using him like he was using her was to get back at her ex-husband. And you can tell, because even when she was dating him, she still was having interviews crying to try to make her ex look bad. Why do you care about this man if you're in such a happy relationship? But she wanted to broadcast it. And the only reason why she was coming out saying all these things about Jeezy, whether she believed it or not, was so that her ex can hear it on TV. Hear her praising another man after she just finished dogging his name. Oh, that was it.
Okay, well, you know what, Rashida? I'm so glad you brought that up, because I do want to address exactly what you said, okay? Now, first, her being the savior, that's from his perspective. Yes, Jeezy could have been with any African-American queen to help him with his life, his mental, his family desires, but he overlooked every Black woman out there. He overlooked every intelligent educated black woman in the world and the country, and he had his eyes on an Asian woman, which is Jeannie Mai. And that is why a lot of black women to this day, you will see it on social media, they said they don't want to get involved in Jeezy because he doesn't care for black women, and he oversaw all those black women to make a queen out of, and he decided to make an Asian woman his queen. So that's why you see that. But he felt that she could be the savior to put him at a place where he desired. He didn't see that a black woman could do it for him. If he did, he would have picked. It's so
Didn't
many
have to be a black woman though, Gigi.
African women out here that he could have picked. And I just want to know to the audience, do you agree that Jeezy could have picked a educated African American woman out here? Press 1, because we know it's a lot of them that are available, but he did not.
He could have, Gigi, or
I'm not done, because when you talked, I was silent. I was silent, and I never overstepped because I gave you that respect. But when I talk, you don't respect me, and I get sick and tired of fighting for respect on this platform. Okay, I get sick and tired, and I will no longer have it. I stand up for myself today. All right. Now I want to know: could he have picked a black queen to make his queen? Press 1 if you say yes, Jeezy could have. Lord knows that black women love Jeezy music. That is his audience. But he overlooked all of them and picked an Asian queen on a throne. He put an Asian queen over the throne. He oversaw all his black sisters. And he said, I want the Asian queen. Put her on the throne. He did that. He was not forced to do it. He was not bribed to do it. He did it on his own account because that's his desires. That's what he wished for. That's what he prayed for. And that's what he got. That's exactly what he got. Now, when you talk about, you said something about, Jeannie Mai. You said something about Jeannie Mai. I'm trying to remember exactly what you said about Jeannie Mai. Can you please recount what you said about Jeannie? Oh, okay. Hold on. I got it. You said that Jeannie Mai was trying to make Freddie jealous. I see it differently. I see it differently. You have to understand, when a person kick you down and you love this person, and when you are betrayed by this person, and this person tell you you're not going to be crap without them, that you are over, you're done with, just because you were not blessed to have a baby naturally, and they threw you to the wayside like you're nothing but a piece of trash, and they even said it to the mountaintop, you're nothing but a piece of trash. That is hurtful. And when you have a black king that come and pick you up from the floor and tell you how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how you are a queen. Yes, Jeezy did put life into Jeannie Mai. Yes, she did. It was almost like a fairy tale, the Beauty and the Beast. Okay. And when Jeannie Mai was revived by Jeezy's love and ambition, and he admired her and he uplifted her, she wanted to scream that to the rooftop. And I would too. I would want to tell all the naysayers that counted me out, that told me I wasn't nothing. Yes, I am. Look at me now, bitch. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I am here. I am alive. I have made it. It's almost like Color Purple. I know you guys seen that movie, Color Purple. When that old man married Celie, he did Celie wrong. But she has risen. She risen from the dust, and she was somebody. And
you can't compare Jeannie to no.
I am somebody.
Now how you gonna compare? Gigi, you done took it way too far. No, you did not just compare Jeannie Mai to Celie.
Hey, see me? That's what that was about.
You ain't compared Jeannie Mai to no Celie. No, you didn't.
Oh, No, I'm talking about the stance of when a person puts you down in the dirt and they bury you six
So,
feet under and you rise above it all and you
all
want to
right.
let
So who
the
put
person
up
know
six
they took
feet?
you out. I am here. I am alive better than ever.
All
I am
right.
alive better than ever
I'm
without
trying to
you.
understand. I'm trying to
Without you.
understand. Are you saying that her first husband did her so wrong and he
Yes.
put her in the dirt and she was a victim in that relationship for 10 years and then turned around and was victimized by Jeezy too?
You didn't
I'll
hear
wait.
that
I'll
I said,
wait.
but yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
If you want to make it to that narrative, then we can do that
I
too.
mean, because you said she just can't, she risen from the ashes. He picked her up from the ground. So what
Gee,
did Freddie do to put her in the dirt?
when he left her because she
She
wouldn't
got
have
left by
a baby.
another man.
Right. And all because she couldn't have a baby the natural way. And she loved this man. And that is heartbreaking, Rashida.
So why all the men keep leaving her?
To have your, oh my God, are you serious? Because a woman has been in a number of abusive relationships. It's her. Well, why do all men hit on you? You know, why are you doing the crime? Why are you
That
doing
means Gigi, but that means, right? If anybody is suffering from the same thing over and over, you have to make different decisions. Now have to stop and think, okay, am I choosing the right guy? Am I doing this? Am I doing? You got to stop. And if something of the same caliber keeps happening over and over again, you don't think you should question yourself about who you choose? She needs to know her worth. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like if she's the one being victimized, then she don't know her worth.
how
And
many
she's
how many times have you been victimized?
um
How many times
as an
have you
adult,
been a victim of
as an
anything,
as
anybody?
an adult.
How many times have you been a victim?
But
How
I'm
many times
asking, you
have
talking
you
about as an
been wrong?
adult?
Yes. How many times have y'all been wronged? You have been
I've been
wronged.
wrong one time as an adult. Anything after that, it was my fault because I allowed it to happen.
Rashida, I gotta tell you something. You are truly blessed. You are truly privileged, Rashida. That is privilege to go through life and you only been a victim one time, Rashida.
As no,
That
but
is
you listen to what
beautiful.
I'm saying. I've only been a victim once as an adult. Anything before that, that's different. But as an adult, now I have control. I have control. So I wouldn't see certain situations as being a victim. Like I have been in a relationship where it was violent, right? And in the beginning, it started with him being violent. But then I was like, and it was just us being violent towards each other. So I don't consider myself a victim in that sense because when he swung, I swung too. Let's do this.
Well,
And then
that is your personal story, and I apologize the hardship you went through, but we're talking about people that have been a victim before and again and multiple times, and then you want to paint them as is something wrong with you if you have went through all these issues of being a victim. And I just don't agree with that ideology.
no, it's not that, Gigi. If it's people that's really in that situation, but you can't tell me that everybody on this planet is not perfect. Everybody has to be accountable for their wrongdoings, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that
And I
something's
agree with you. Jeezy does need to be accountable for his wrongdoings. I don't disagree. Are you there, Rashida?
I'm here.
Rashida,
I
I
love your role play,
love
Gigi.
you. I love
I
you
love you too.
too. Thank you. All right. Yeah. When I role played, I love it. It's my freedom. It's my box. It's my thing. I need to do it more often and always. It needs to be my niche. Okay.
It do, because you're
I
really
need to
good
keep
at it.
I do it sometimes, then I stop it. And I just need to keep on, put my foot on the gas. All right, you got some callers. Calling from 678. You're live on the air.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great. Just checking in regarding the Jeannie, Mai, and Young Jeezy situation. And I come to say that I feel like Jeannie Mai is wrong in this whole situation. Gigi, I know how you feel about it, but there's other evidence that has came out, and it's been a lot of lying on her part. And DB is very serious. Don't make those accusations if it didn't happen. Because you got to remember, you have to have a career after this divorce is over. And you're painting the father out to be a person that DVs people. And if that's not true, we don't want to scar his image and we don't want to ruin her image. But at the end of the day, I side with the baby. That's the heartbreaking part, because there are videos that are out online now with Mama Mai, her mother.
They said, can you turn your TV off? Because we hear the echo. I was trying to just bypass it, but the people in the audience said, please turn it off.
Okay, now can they hear me?
Yes.
Okay, there are videos online as we speak. And I don't know how you feel about bringing up other blogger sites. A reliable source called Chronicle Speaks. This young lady has did her research. She's done her homework. Mama Mai was on a plane. Mama Mai sent Jeezy a picture of Monaco sitting in a total stranger's lap. Jeezy got upset. Instead of him getting upset and discussing it with Mama Mai, he texted Jeannie. Jeannie got upset with Mama Mai. Jeannie has been abused, allegedly, as a child growing up. If anybody remember, when she was on the reel, she didn't have a relationship with her family for 8 years because she told her mother about an older cousin molesting her, and the mother didn't do anything. So that's why he was upset for Monaco to be on an airplane, sitting in another man's lap. There was a total stranger. The videos that we've seen where Jeezy supposedly put his hands on her, those shots come from the day, Father's Day weekend of 2023, I think. They had she bought him for Father's Day a golf cart. They were riding, after the family left, they took a ride on the property. When they were riding on the property, they had an accident. He had never drove the golf cart before. There are photos of Jeezy's left foot that was injured, and she also was injured. The text messages that they text back and forth, it talked about the bruises on her body. It talked about the bruises on his foot. So those photos that she put out saying that those were from the Ritz-Carlton, they were not. They were from the incident that happened at home with the new golf cart. When they were still newlyweds in the very beginning. When they have a home in Atlanta and they also have one in California. He wanted to have alone time with his wife, being newlyweds. They couldn't because her brother and her mother had moved in. Unbeknownst to us, Jeannie's mother invited her best friend and her husband to come and stay for a visit. Those people would stay 2 to 3 months at a time. So they couldn't they had to leave Atlanta and go to California and try to get some alone time at their property in California. When they got to that home for some alone time, there were family members living in that house. Well, he said, let's go to the Ritz-Carlton. They went to the Ritz-Carlton. That brought us to the incident where she said that he choked her from behind. And security had to step in because she didn't feel safe. We also found out that the day Jeezy's mother passed away, That was the very first time, allegedly, that she slapped him. Jeezy was called the N-word several times, allegedly, by Jeannie. I'm not saying that he's the victim in this situation, but I'm not saying that he's the villain. I see trouble in paradise on both ends of the spectrum. He's not innocent. She's not innocent. The person that's being hurt the most is Monaco, because as that child gets older in life, she will see these videos. They are there. And as far as Freddie, her ex-husband, yes, they were together for 10 whole years. Freddie didn't make the type of money that Jeannie made when she was on the real. So she felt that she could lash out at Freddie any type of way because he was not on that level. Jeannie's a girl from the Bay. When Jeezy made that statement on the interview that he did that one of the other callers spoke about early, she's about that life, if you know what that means. She don't take stuff lightly. She spoke negatively at one time before in an interview when somebody said about another female, the conversation was kind of conflicted, but she took it as another bitch trying to holler at Jeezy, and that's not what they meant, but she flew off the handle. She was the one that did an interview and said that it's a dragon inside of her, and they went to like several therapists. They also brought up the point about her trying to get pregnant when he kept trying to warn her. Our marriage is in trouble. We need to fix this. And she paid it no mind. She sent text messages talking about going to the fertility clinic, and that's what her mind was focused on. He warned her and told her that he was going to file for the divorce. Jeezy had those divorce papers drew up 90 days before he actually went through with the divorce. He tried to tell you, y'all went to several therapists, spiritual advisors, and nothing ever worked. And to be in a relationship and someone calls you the N-word on several different occasions, he was burnt out. He was tired. And like I said, I'm not saying that he's perfect, but I have 2 male sons as well. And what I try to teach them, if you don't want to be with someone, you don't play games. You don't try to get with this person to see if you can level up or see what you can get or see if you can use them. You don't do that, because that's a no-win situation. And for the record, Jeezy only has 3 children. He has an adult son, and he has another daughter that's probably about 7 or 8, and he has Monaco. And that's why I said, and I'm not trying to defend him wholeheartedly, but I do feel that a lot of things that are being spoken on about him tonight, that's in a negative light. We need to be able to look at both sides. And that's why I said when Jeannie made the statement, she liked her dark meat on the side because white keeps her lean and mean. That spoke volume. So that's why I said I'm looking at it from both perspectives, and in the end, only person that really our heart should go out to is Monaco, because there's a video, like I said, surfing now with Mama Mai, putting a plastic bag over that baby's head, playing with her. And if a girl has been molested as a child, of course he got every concern because that was your husband. You told him things that happened to you. You spoke of those issues on the real that you had been molested, and no one believed you. And you turn around and put your minor daughter in that same situation. Like they said, that man, Mama Ma took pictures of Monaco sitting in that man's lap. He's a perfect stranger. So now the courts have those photos where that baby was sitting in a stranger's lap, the text messages about you wanting to have another baby. She started the conversation about wanting to have more kids. And he was straight up and said he didn't want to have any more kids.
Got it. Well, I just want to say I thank you for giving a different perspective.
You are quite welcome.
Because I called you out and I said, come on up here. We want to hear your voice and your stories. Now, What you told me is some things that I've never heard. I've never heard Jeannie Ma calling him the N-word. I can't even imagine she would do that. I've never heard. I can't even
Okay.
imagine that.
Gigi.
I know you said she did, and I'm not discounting that. I'm just telling you my feelings, my belief. I just can't not believe that Jeannie Ma, and she knows that word and the meaning, that she would do that and say that to him. And I just can't fathom that that Jeezy would allow, as Rashida says, Rashida feels like, if a person call your name multiple times and you don't do anything about it, you're allowing it. So did he allow that?
No,
Man?
no, 'cause he filed the papers. That's what he did. He
Oh,
filed the paperwork. He
okay,
told her, "You look, you got to get this stuff together. If we don't get it together, it's over."
okay. Oh, well, good
And
for
he did just that.
he stood up for himself. Good for him. And he left. Good for him. Because that is a toxic environment. This is my first time ever hearing that the grandma had the baby on somebody's lap. Can we see the pictures? Can we
Yes,
see
ma'am.
the
Go to Carla.
proof? All right. So we got proof
There's
about
a.
that. Okay. Okay.
It's,
Okay, and we have to remember Jeannie Ma, she was upset about it too, And
yeah.
this is my first time ever hearing that, I guess Jeezy and Jeannie Ma, they had to go to house and to a hotel to get private time because Jeannie Ma's family was
The
coming
family.
in. And it's sad that Jeezy, as the man in this marriage, did not lay down the laws of his terms and conditions. It seems as if he did not lay it out what was really bothering him, and he just allowed things to escalate to the point of no return.
But she was doing some of the same thing because she let old boy kiss all over him, all over her daughter. She, that's her co-worker. What's his name?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like men don't like that, especially in this day and age.
It did not seem like Jeezy laid down the rules and the laws and the term of his conditions.
Yeah, but no female normally would allow a man that's just a co-worker to be hugging and kissing up on a baby. Like it's weird. Especially the day and age we live in. Nobody trusts anybody enough, especially to have them all up in your kid face like that. They barely trust their own family members, let alone strangers.
Exactly. On an airplane. And for Mama Ma to take a photo and send it to Jeezy, and Jeezy asked her who was that, and she told him, "That's my friend." So what Jeezy did, he turned around and texted Jenny and asked her, "Why does your mom have Monaco sitting on a stranger's lap on an airplane ride?"
Got it.
And one more point that I forgot to let everybody know about in the video, there is a section where they went on a yacht trip. You need to see the video because he is allegedly stating that she gave out her phone number to somebody that she had been flirting with out on the yacht. And there are text messages when she changed her number. He said he waited till everybody had
90
already got off the
seconds.
boat, and it was just the two of them. And he confronted her about it. So that's why I said we are dealing with a lot of stuff that we are speculating. Some things, I'm a mother, I'm 53. I have two boys, and I know a little bit about me and what they will do and what they won't do. I think Jeezy, yes, he was trying to revamp himself. And he thought
60
getting with
seconds.
Jenny would be a good look. But it has turned out to be Jeannie hadn't completely healed from that childhood trauma that she went through. Especially when she gets on these shows and said that she has a dragon inside of her and she will unleash it. She don't back down. She's not scary. She's no
Yeah,
punk.
but you know what, caller? I think we all may have alter ego inside of us. And I think that's what she meant. I think people may be taking that dragging out of context. Also, all things joy. You're completely right. Every culture does things differently. Black folks don't do things like that. You're right. But maybe in their culture, they see things differently. And we have to keep that in mind as well.
10 seconds.
All right. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much, caller. Please call us back. We do have to get some other calls in. How you doing, 760? 760. Okay, we're gonna let you go. 312, you're live on the air.
Hello.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, real quick, because
Hi.
we're short down on time, but I want to get you, and I'm sorry I didn't get you earlier. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think it's like this. I used to watch The Real too, and I think they shouldn't have never gotten together in the first place. I think they probably was just infatuated or something like that. But what it is, every time Jeannie Mai, she would talk about Jeezy, all the ladies that was on The Real, they would look at her real funny, like they didn't want her to be with him in the first place. You know what I mean? And I think that Jeezy, he got with her because he probably thought she would be easy. That's the way men think about women like that. I'm just being real. And he probably thought she was gonna be easy and he can do whatever he wants and live the life and whatever. And she would just sit up there and take it. But she turned out to be a lot more tougher than he thought and everything. But when it comes to the divorce and everything like that, I think that she should be okay to raise her kid. I don't think he's gonna raise no kids anyway, because he hasn't raised his other kids. How is he gonna be raising this one? And he didn't treat black women right in the first place. The women that he used to go with or marry or whatever it is, he didn't do any of them right. And I just totally think that he doesn't need to be raising no kids and everything if he got guns around the house and all that. I think she should get her child. They should have joint custody or something. He could see the baby, but she should get her child and raise her child. And that's the way I feel about it.
All right. I love your talking points, and I only wish that you would have called in early, and I'll hope to hear from you more often. All right, I'm going to let you go. Lady A, how you doing, babe? My Lambo Blue. What's your thoughts about this?
My president is black. My Lambo's blue. I always like that song. Jeezy is, Snowman. He's from the South. He's a man from Georgia, built NFL. I remember last year, we did speak about this. Jeezy just was not yoked with the correct woman. And I remember telling you, Jeezy, especially being a black man, built the way he is NFL, he would have been better yoked with a black woman or a white woman. Because on the surface, Jeezy is hungry. You cannot feed a black man pho forever. They like meat and potatoes, a vegetable side, and a roll. And of course, iced tea. He's not going to eat, just vermicelli. It's not going to happen. It's just not. Jeannie Mai could not work things out with her white husband. 1 decade, a whole decade, that did not work out. Jeezy, he moved in. They did move in quickly, and now they're out just as quick. And what all of these callers are saying, everybody is on point, because we already heard these stories from Jeannie Mai herself, even on her YouTube channel, about the abuse. And she was more than MOLESTED. She was RAPE. She was, as a 5-year-old. Jeezy has every right. It is his responsibility as the father to protect his child above everything else. And her mother consistently, and I'm coming from what the other callers are saying, keeps putting this baby in a position to be abused. And one thing is, child abuse starts with proximity. These people go after children that they have access to. Jeannie Mai's mother is not thinking this way. Moreover, there was that time Jeannie Mai was on that show with Mario Lopez. We all know him, AC Slater. And I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but it's just it was a little too close for comfort when he's holding the baby tight and kissing all over the baby. And this was on television. It moved a little too quickly. I remember there was a time Jay-Z, Swiss Beats' son, gave Blue Ivy a kiss. These were just two babies. Jay-Z pulled Blue Ivy away, and that was just innocent. This is two toddlers. Swiss Beats' little boy gives Blue Ivy a kiss at the Lakers game courtside. Jay-Z had a look on his face, and he pulled his little girl back. You are the protector. Jeezy is doing what he's supposed to do to protect his child, period. Jeannie Mai has to take heed. She's not doing that. She wants to keep going back and forth with him. You're not going to do that with a black man from Georgia, or even a white man from Georgia. You said Jeezy laying down the law. Well, he has. And the callers who were previous for me have made it clear. Jeezy is coming at her. Hey, you have people in my home. You know damn well Black people are not going to be okay with you just bringing in people inside their homes. They don't even allow that with their own family members. You're supposed to call first and make plans. That's rude to just do that, show up, and you're already inside the house going through Jeezy's things. You know you're not supposed to do that. Black people would not allow that. Neither would white people. That's respect. He goes from one state. He goes to California, has to fly over the entire continental U.S. just to get some rest in his home. Then he can't do that in California. Now he has to go into Ritz-Carlton, and then things escalate. And then on top of that, someone mentioned she's Bay Area. Do we really need to go back and forth how these women move? We all know, live chat, you know how they move. Some of you are like that. Jeannie Mai's around the world. She's around the Bay. She's just that type of girl. She's going to behave the way she's going to behave. Plus, Jeannie Mai is industry, and she does want access. I've seen her around ATL. She's out and about. I'll leave it like that. She's out and about. You made a great point, Gigi, that Jeezy, and it's not just Jeannie Mai, it's being married. And I said this to you before. Doors open when you are married. You succinctly said, Gigi, maybe about half an hour ago, there is a level of access that Jeannie Mai was able to provide to Jeezy that he did not have before. And people do like that interracial dynamic. It is marketable. It brings in money. Jeezy is Jeezy. Jeannie Mai has her show. People know her. And they're both very well styled. They were a very well-styled couple. And look what happened with Jeezy. Things really moved well for him and Jeannie Mai. As a couple, things move well. But when a lot of these men, you are famous, you have to keep in mind when you're marrying women who do not understand American tradition, there's going to be some conflict. And when we're talking American tradition, Black people and white people, we all know that there's interdynamics between Black people and white people, but there is a common denominator when it comes to how you move and how you respect another person's household. I mean, another example, unrelated, but still similar, Gigi, and I'll go ahead and end my spiel and my rant. Look what's going on with Tom Brady and Giselle. Giselle is not American. She's Brazilian, and she's not understanding who Tom Brady is, how he has to move. He's a leader. If Tom Brady was with a Black American woman or a white American woman, I don't even think they would be divorced, because at the end of the day, he is Tom Brady. And that man is a winner, and he delivers, and he's respected by other men. And he makes money. I mean, and look what she did. She's running around with some jujitsu instructor. What the heck is that? And you're Giselle. And she's running around with sorcery and spirits and stuff. Girl, please. And you're leaving Tom Brady for this? To just defunct yourself? I'm done. You're the best, Gigi.
You know what, Lady A? Hold on. Hold your horses, because I got to say something to you. I have to say it. You know what? You are absolutely right. I have no argument for you. How you laid down your case, you made me think, and I surrender. You won. All right. So give it up for you guys. I'm glad that all of you guys called in. You let me have it in a respectful way, and that's what I want. Put me in my place when I'm out of order.
What?
Yes, Rashida.
Gigi. Oh no.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
am.
be all in your DM tonight.
Why? You won. Your side won,
You
Rashida.
ain't said that to me. You told you nah, you shut nah.
Well, Rashida, I believe that Lady A is on your side, on the side of KFC. You guys are all on the same side. When it comes to it, I was fighting for the side of Jeannie Ma. I think
And
that was
you're correct though, Gigi. Don't think we're not agreeing with you. You are correct, but let's remember two things can be right at the same time.
well,
You are
that's
right, and your the previous callers, Rashida, and there's another woman who made a really good point. She brought up some good points regarding Jeezy. So everybody is correct. It just at the end of the day, they're just not yoked from a cultural perspective, and also the situation regarding her mother. That's not okay, and that you can't do things
well,
like
I would say for your arguments, Lady A, that really shot me in the foot is when you made the argument that Jeezy is protecting his child from the trauma, and you placed it as, you know, the baby is being in the care of the lady, which is the grandma that didn't
did not
believe
protect
that the
Jeannie Mai.
predators. Yeah, she didn't protect
Did
Jeannie
not
Ma,
protect
and
Jeannie Mai.
now she is overseeing that baby, and Jeannie Ma is powerless over her mom. So, you know, you can spin it if he, you know, really cares about the baby. He's doing it for her safety reason. Now, I don't know if that's how he really feels, Lady A, but that's how you put out. You should be his lawyer, because that, to me, that's what got me to thinking. Now, the other lady called and she said that Jeezy doesn't care about none of his kids, and I agree with her as well. But when you made that point, that was one of the points Lady A made that made me reconsider my stance. But
That's wrong. I like that you reconsidered, but me in the chat been telling you about her and her mama dynamic and why he don't like the mama.
I understand, Rashida, but how you guys painted it, it did not move me. It did not move me how you guys painted it and your talking points. Maybe, and that's why I said you guys are on the same team. And I think we have to realize that's how life is. You know, you can have 5 people preaching the same thing, but one person may not get it from the all 1, 2, 3, 4, but maybe the 5th one, a person can get it from their talking points. So you're absolutely right, Rashida. It's just when you and other callers was making that point, how you were direct, it did not move me. But how Lady A, how she broke it down, it definitely made me reconsider. And I am a person of reason. If I am wrong, I am humble enough to say, hey, I was wrong about that. I'm going to reconsider. However, I do have another live that's starting now. I'm late for the live, and I would love for you guys to join me with it. It's at the top. Click the link. I'm continue to talk about the case of Christopher. He's a college student that was inspiring to be a doctor. He had his master's. He was with his friends, co-workers, and they were all Caucasian. He was the only black one. They set him up. They knew he didn't know how to swim. They took him to the lake and they pushed him over. Then they pissed in the lake, and they was cussing him out in the lake. And then they waited for 20 minutes watching him drown. Other people saw it. They came to his rescue. They lied and said he jumped in the lake. Then one confessed and said she made a mistake and pushed him. She was just playing around. And charges still have not been brought, and nobody is talking about it. So I just want to make it a point to continue to talk about it and get justice for him. All right. Well, I love you guys. I see you guys. KFC, great. I hope you join us again. Please call back. I have to redo it. Thank you, BTF. Thank everybody that called. And I love you guys. And I see you on the next.
Y'all
All right.
Bye.
Bye.